Hello and welcome to the Keg Chat, and this is with myself, Sophie.
Me, Alex.
And me, Dan.
And this is where we sit in the bottom of the barrel.
Where we belong.
Where we belong, with the dregs.
We're going to go to sleep and it's lovely.
Yeah.
The name is ironic, we like to think. What are we doing here, Sophie? What are you doing in my house?
So, for those of you who haven't watched these sorts of videos before, this is just generally a little bit of an interim, an update on where we are with the channel, what's coming up, what we've done. And this is, I suppose, coming into the new year. It is mid-January, but we're back from holidays, more accurately, from the bouts of flu everyone's had.
Yeah.
It was great. We had loads of filming planned, didn't we?
And then you were ill and I was ill.
Yeah, and Dan, he's made of robot, so he was fine.
Yeah.
So I had flu earlier in the year.
He's also
more dying of it.
He's also like 21, so hale and hearty, whereas we're pushing 40. So yeah, sorry, there haven't been many videos lately, guys, but we're back to normal now, as you can tell.
As you can tell, it didn't affect our brains at all. Okay, where should we kick off? Let's kick off with some Age of Sigmar news.
Okay.
So Dan is going to take a little bit of time out and practices, much needed practice with dice rolling, while we chat about some Age of Sigmar. So there is the new General's Handbook coming out, which again I'm very excited for. I think Alex and I were talking. But what we're going to do is we're going to be going through the missions sequentially. So hopefully there'll be a bit more structure to our AOS content. And I think this is going to be system-wide. It's the same with Titanicus.
When there's a new book, we'll run through the missions and so on. Yeah. Speaking of, for variety, we'll have a few more armies under our belt as well. We basically got the option to borrow a Soulblight Gravelord's army, so we'll spice up who's playing who a little bit. So that'll be coming soon. AOS hobby updates, Sophie?
Yes, so so with my spreadsheet, because you can't have fun without a spreadsheet, it's well established.
Dork.
I smashed the numbers in December because I painted something like 30 models, but they were all horrors.
This tall.
Some of them were that tall. The pink horrors, they're coming up on screen now. They were
teal.
Yes, teal.
Probably not what you were going to say, but they're not pink.
But they took slightly longer, and I'm quite pleased with how they've come. Now I've just got to order 20 more of the horrors before I can start really fielding them.
Indeed.
But I've also got some endless spells on the way, and then we should be good to go for a nice 2K bout. So you will see the 2K games with the Disciples of Zinch, which is about time. They've just taken me a long time to paint up. Yeah. Because I undercoat them white.
God, imagine undercoating your army white.
Yes, imagine that. Alex, you've got some more stuff on the way, haven't you?
Yeah, so I got hold of one of the big battle cattle for Christmas, so that'll be coming to my Lumineth army as soon as I find the time. And I've got the Cenarian Lightner as well, so adding some more of the competitive units to the army in the hopes of eventually winning a game. In terms of stuff I've finished, I did paint the entire toolbox of generic endless spells. So we've got my Gnashing Jaws here. And that'll actually open up a lot of opportunities for me. You can also use them with your Zinch, probably not your Khorne, but it'll add a bit of variety to all the lists we run. So you'll see those coming soon, spread out across various battle reports we do.
Yes, and you've used some fluorescent paints, haven't you?
Yes, so probably blinding you as you look at it with the camera feeds.
It even glows in the dark.
So when Alex first showed me this, I think you were a bit unsure about the teeth, the contrast between the teeth and the fluorescent.
You've got the flaming face and the teeth are just actual teeth.
And I said it to Alex, have you ever been, when you've been to the parties where you've got the glow sticks, the face paint, the UV lights, and you've just seen sort of like almost the dulls of the teeth, the whites of the teeth and the eyes, and you gave me the blankest look.
I can relate to this very strongly, yes. I empathise deeply with the thing that you just said.
I was like, it's exactly like a UV rave. That's what I'm saying. It's really, that was the very visual thing that was throwing up. All right, we'll stop boring you, Dan.
Hooray! Boring me.
Yeah.
Should we move on to something else? What's the next system we want to talk about?
Let's talk about some 40k.
Okay.
Because...
What are you going to say, like Warcry or something now?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh now.
You back today?
I've been painting my Yu-Gi-Oh cards all week.
Yes, 40k. Arcs Vermin has dropped. Unfortunately, the battle slate. Recently, I put up a 40k game of Alpha Legion versus Admech. It was a great game. We played Tempest of War.
As soon as
I finished editing and I was ready to hit render, the battle slate dropped, and I was like, oh, for goodness sake. But it's up there.
it's proven that GW does in fact hate us.
Yeah, I think they've got mics plugged into my laptop.
Our early access copy was delayed in the mail,
Yes,
so...
absolutely.
Are they all called Mike, are they?
Yeah.
So yes, we will be playing Arcs of Omen missions coming soon. I think we said we're going to try a mix of keeping things on track while these two do their thing. We're going to try a few more match play games. Tempest is a good time, but for goodness sakes. Tempest is a good time, but we also enjoy match play as well, so we're going to do a few more of those missions once we get hold of the book. We've also got boarding action coming up, haven't we?
Yay!
There we go. Let's say some words and pay attention. So Dan and I have been working hard on a whole table's worth of boarding action /
Slavering in terrain mines.
Yes, boarding action / Zone Mortalis. We didn't actually get the box, in the reason being I committed to buying all this MDF stuff about a week before the boarding action stuff was announced. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But these are perfect for Zone Mortalis, perfect for Kill Team or Necromunda if we ever do that.
Orange.
And they don't require too much work to make it work with a pair of children, for Christ's sake. They don't require too much work to work with actual boarding action rules either. So
Birch.
I'll have all this done soon. Dan, you and I are working on the some actual tiles to cover a full 4x4 table. So once that's done, you'll see some work in progress pictures. But once it's done, we'll start doing some battle reports of the various systems of fighting through space stations, starships, and so on and so forth. That's quite upsetting.
Yes, we are
40k.
40k. We are 40k.
You back in the room?
We're back in the room. Looking for, I'm really looking forward to that nice short, sharp system. I think it's going to be somewhere halfway between Kill Team and 40k. I really like low points games level.
For me, it's not so much the low points; it's the low rules density that's appealing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like early 8th edition indexes where you use what's on the data sheet. The gotcha moments, there are some, but they are. It doesn't take you a quarter of an hour to explain. Okay, this unit says it can do this, but actually, if I layer this warlord trait, that relic, that stratagem, that stratagem, and that stratagem, it destroys your army.
Yeah.
There's none of that, at least not yet. So, boarding action, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to. It seems very refreshing.
Yes.
And the boards even look very cool.
And it will look very
Especially
cool.
at ours.
Yes. Which is slightly different to everyone else's because
Woo! Slightly different!
for the aforementioned reasons. But as we said, it'll also work in Zone Mortalis.
Yes.
Which leads us on to...
Horus Heresy!
But also Necromunda. And Kill Team.
Yeah.
Which leads us on to Horus Heresy.
But also the other things we painted.
Stick to the script.
What other things we painted for 40k? Is there
Oh,
anything-
yeah.
No. How are your nights coming on?
Yeah, I slowly started doing them. Also, I painted all the Custodies over Christmas.
Yes.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, we should take off 40k.
I painted like 45 Custodies models, mostly by finishing them with painting all these power blades.
That's like 6,000 points, isn't it?
8.
8? Oh, good grief.
100,000.
6,008.
Yeah.
Wow.
and 4.
So yes, Dan now has a fully fledged Custodians army coming to 40k soon. Sophie, are you and I doing much 40k at the moment?
So actually, we're coming up to a tournament, and it's going to be the first tournament I've certainly gone to in a while for 40k.
You did have your teeth kicked in a bit the last one you went to.
So I've been very cautious about going to tournament. I just haven't been enthusiastic about it, but yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of umming and ahhing which army I might go. If I go Necrons, then you can expect some more stuff. Heavy destroyers, certainly, and again within the year, I want the Void Dragon.
Yes,
cool.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. So for me, this year is the year of the big.
The year of the big.
The year of the big.
You've done all your, you've eaten all your greens, haven't you?
Yes.
Now it's just toys for your army.
Well, I actually get put off painting like big models. I just find them quite daunting. So with a squad, I don't batch paint because I haven't got it in me. I think I was traumatised by 100 orc boys.
That'd be insane. That'd be insane to batch paint, to be honest.
Actually, no, I did them like 30 at a time, but even then it was. So, yeah, I kind of get that little bit of reward, but with a vehicle, I've got to sit down and look at the whole thing, and because it takes me a lot longer, so I've got a load of tanks, load of War Master Titan things built up. So this year is the year of the big.
Good.
So big models.
It's the big Sophie, yeah.
Big
Yes.
Soph, big Soph, big Soph,
Big Soph, big Soph.
big Soph, big Soph. Which comes onto Horus Heresy.
Yes.
I believe. Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Let's go for Horus Heresy.
So I've finished painting some more Sons of Horus.
You've done loads of stuff, yes, as a Horus, and your fists as well lately.
Yes. So the fists, I'm edging on 1,500 points for the fists. Again, because there's a lot more of them. Everything's worth slightly fewer points. So they're painted yellow. So that, but nice black armour colour scheme for my Sons of Horus means I can get these done a lot quicker. So I've been absolutely smashing these in January. So new Land Raider.
Smashing them, you say?
Smashing them. And Leviathan Dreadnought had its debut today. We filmed a game today.
Dan enjoyed it, as you can tell.
No, it was Sons of Horus versus Custodes. That was the game type. So as you can imagine, brutal, absolutely brutal. So I've got a lot more Sons of Horus painted, and my inferior pists.
Well, I've heard there's nothing inferior about them, to be honest.
Imperial fists are well and truly on the way, and I'm really looking forward to getting them on the tabletop. Dan, like we've said, you've got the Custodes.
Custodes. I finished off all my mech.
Yes,
End of last year.
absolutely.
I've got my knights.
And the Dark Angels, they
Are on the bench
on the bench. Okay.
till I get everything else done, basically.
Yeah.
I want to finishing off the Custodes, which is done now. Need to finish off my Mechanicum.
Yeah.
No, Mechanicum? No, Volturum. Titans. I want to finish my Titans.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I want to finish off the Knights, and then Dark Angels, because I can focus on them.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And Alex, your Space Wolves, I've been seeing progress.
I've painted my tiny grey men grey.
Yes.
They started grey, then I made them black, and they got steadily back up to grey again. It's depressing.
Just leave them bare plastic.
I really should. It would save so much time. I have, as of 10 o'clock this morning, finished my 20 grey stalkers that are my tactical marines by another name. So I now have 40 troops done. I have finished my greens. I can now have dessert.
Yay!
So I've got, as a work in progress, I've got the rest of the Age of Darkness box. I've got the Contemptor. I've got 5 Terminators that are going to be for Varagia. A couple of characters. Plans to get a bunch of other stuff as well.
Varagia. I thought you said 4 IKEA, and I was really confused.
Yes, IKEA Terminators.
4 IKEA Terminators. Why have you got 4 of them? And what makes an IKEA Terminator?
You don't buy your Terminators from IKEA? It would kind of make sense because Space Wolves are like Norse
They
inspired.
do come flat packed.
Yes. Space Wolves get all their war gear from IKEA. Obviously.
4 IKEA Terminators. I was very confused when he said that, which took me a moment.
Is the Jormungandr a weapon or is it an end table? You don't know, do you?
Coming in with what might be a steel chair.
So yes, Space Wolves, it is slow progress because I've been doing all the cheap, boring stuff first, but it is now done. So I can finally move on to the interesting things. And they'll be coming soon. Can't say when, but watch this space. And as we said with the terrain, we can of course use all of this boarding action terrain for Zone Mortalis, which does have heresy rules. So you'll see that on the channel soon as well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
You two paying attention?
Dan's.
Just noticed that one of So's arms is backwards.
It's not back. One of them's resin, so I think the resin one's slightly different.
I think this bit's backwards.
I don't think it's backwards. No, it's not. It's not backwards. No.
No, how dare they?
No. It's not backwards, is it?
The bit at the top.
Yeah, it's backwards.
No, it's not. It's resin.
One of them's backwards.
No, it's the difference between resin.
This top bit is one of them's backwards.
Shall we move on, guys? Please.
It's not backwards.
One of them's backwards.
You're backwards.
Yes, but...
It's not backwards.
It doesn't matter, they don't have facings anymore. Move on.
It still goes the right way and everything. It's just the top bit that the other attaches to.
Fine. Not
Sophie would never build a walking battle engine backwards.
Especially not its legs. Imagine putting your legs on something on backwards. That would be really embarrassing, wouldn't it?
It's a warlord in a Corsair manifold.
Or if you did it on like multiple Titans and put like the feet on backwards on a different one.
I'd love to have some rebuttal and some witty rejoinder, but I've got nothing.
We did decide a while back that for Sophie, WIP doesn't stand for work in progress, it stands for Warlord in Pain.
However, you haven't managed the impressive one of putting one leg on backwards.
No, okay.
There's still time. There's still time, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
With that segue, should we talk about Titanicus?
Yes.
Trying desperately to keep this on track.
You can't do it, it's impossible.
Dan, what have you done with Titanicus?
I've started painting a Reaver
What
and
have
a
you done with
Warlord.
it? Give it back.
Where is he?
Leg! God.
You know what, I'm done. I'm not going to manage this anymore. You two can sort this out.
Okay, so Titanicus. Stop making my Leviathan's kiss. Okay, I've got a Reaver Titan on the way. I've been painting it since November. It might get done.
When have you been painting your Warmaster since?
How is your Vulturum coming on?
Yeah, I've got, like I just said a moment ago, I've got a Reaver and a Warlord.
Yeah, Reaver and a
painting.
Warlord. I've also got a load of weapons. I've got some Volkite. I've got my A10 Tank Buster Warlord. I've picked up some Gatling, so I do have a lot more. Yeah, because it's got a Gatling and the Gatling that makes the Gatling noises.
Can you go quad Gatling yet?
I can't go quad Gatling yet.
Okay.
But also I kind of don't want to.
Coward.
Quad Gatling, Extermigus.
Yeah. Oh.
Think about how much heat you could gain without
Oh,
even needing maximal fire. And then you could give it experimental weapons on one of them, and hope for the top ones.
Yeah. So yeah, we're still training for tournaments. We also were visited by Dougie. Dougie has been back on the channel. He played my Legio Mortis and your Legio Tempestor.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Alec.
Tempestodes.
Tempestodes. Tempo.
Traitor Tempestus is what they're getting at. I
Trempestus.
have to play traitors for the tournament we're going to. So, yes, as Sophie said, we've got a couple of games coming up with some different Legios. Was it Solaria and Fortidus?
Yes.
Yes.
Fortuitous.
So you'll be seeing those soon.
Yes, and they are cracking reports. In fact, both of them came right down to the
Oh, they were
wire.
such good games.
Yeah.
Very good. Lots of fun.
Yeah, I think at the end of the games, there were just handful of like a very small amount of Titan on the table.
A lot of them being redlining with bits falling off, and yeah, really good games. Really good fun actually playing the new match play missions.
Yes.
With a sample size of admittedly like 3. Having loads of fun with them. Really enjoying the structure to them so much more than the open engine war cards that could be hit and miss. Regarding Titanicus, I've got a Warmaster now. I have had my Battle Bling supply drop arrive, so I can then build it with all so it can be either the plasma ones or the punchy one. Once that's basically going to be the next project, probably once the Space Wolves are battle ready, so that'll be coming soon. And my goal is to finish it before Sophie puts any paint on hers.
I've done the undercoat.
That is not paint, that is primer, which is different to paint.
It's the year of the big.
Okay,
The year of the big.
that's good because you've had it for a year and a half.
No, it's only been a year.
Okay,
Yeah.
It was last Christmas.
You
Okay.
gave me a Warmaster.
all right.
The very next day.
I will correct.
I'd have to-
She continued to not play it.
the very next day, I continued.
And the very next day.
I continued.
Please
the very
don't do.
next day?
Please don't do the bit 365 times.
We don't need to do it 364 times.
And a quarter. Was last year a leap year?
No,
Is this year a leap year?
Next year's leap year.
Okay,
Extra days.
good. Right, we've mapped out the bit.
Yes.
Yes.
Any other Titanicus news? I think that's about it.
We've got the tournament to go to.
Yes.
We are going to Beachhead, which
Good.
by the time this goes up will be imminent, so looking forward to seeing lots of you there. Us two and our friend Do are on one team, and Dan, we didn't want to play with Dan, he smells weird, so he's on a separate team with 2 other people whose names I don't know. But yes, we will hopefully see lots of you there.
Yes, and our friend Do, he's been on the channel a couple of times with his Alpha Legion, but he has some Legio Furians that he has just finished painting, which I might chuck some photos up.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so there'll be
Because
some
we'll
photos.
drag him kicking and screaming into the studio soon,
Yes,
and make him play with us.
Steal his Titans from his house and take photos of them.
actually they're at my house at the minute.
Oh, even better.
Steal his Titans from your house and
Yeah.
take photos of them.
Yeah. So
again, more Legio variety coming soon,
yeah, and
especially if you can steal them off too.
yes, yes. Right, one last game system, which is Battlefleet Gothic.
Yes.
Bigly Fleet Gothic.
Bigly Fleet Goggers.
God's sake.
Bigly Fleet Goggles.
Serving space realness.
Coming at you.
Battlefleet Gothic, yes. We've done a few reports, and you guys have, from as far as we can tell, really enjoyed them. We had lots of comments, had a few rules mistakes pointed out, which we appreciate. It being an old game makes it interesting to try and learn. Like 40k, you can Google any question you have, and you'll find 5 different Reddit posts about it that will tell you the answer within seconds. Gothic, you have to trawl through the forums from 2013.
And you'll find 4 conflicting answers.
Yeah. To be fair, they are usually consistent once you get to the answer. It just requires some research. So, yeah, a few teething troubles, but I think we're getting there. No news in terms of new models. I've got some stuff to paint, but it's at the back of a very long backlog. However, we will have a battle report going up
Next week?
next week. When you see this, the week after, I think, will be a battle report of Chaos versus Tau. We're borrowing a friend's Tau fleet. We also have a Space Marines fleet as well, which we're welcome to use. So again, we'll have a bit more variety of what fleets we're fielding. You've got an Imperial Navy fleet, I'm told.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any help? I'm struggling with it.
I've offered, and you went,
I made a pathetic noise.
You did.
which
It was
non-committal.
really quite sad. But eventually, Sophie will paint up her Imperial Navy fleet. You'll see them on the channel too.
I can't decide on the colour scheme. If anyone's got some good suggestions for colour
Hot
schemes,
Good suggestions for colour schemes.
Hot
Or
green.
bad, I suppose.
hot greens actually. Battlefleet goated with the sauce.
Yeah.
What I really want to do is some sort of linked game of Gothic into boarding action.
Yeah, actually.
Maybe not every single boarding action, because that'd be an extremely long game.
Mountain Dew bottles.
Battlefleet gamers.
Yeah. There we go.
We finally got our channel's first sponsorship.
I left the channel's first lawsuit.
Okay.
You can have both.
Yeah.
We will pay you to stop using this.
Please take these models down.
Use code GamerSubs for help with our legal action.
Please.
But yes, so, and actually, spoiler alert for that game. Well, I can't spoil it because we haven't filmed it yet, but you know.
We have committed to it
I
going up
was very
soon.
confused about that for a
Yeah, I thought, where are you going with this? But okay. So yeah, more Gothic coming soon. If you guys do want to see more of it, or more of the other games we play more or less than others, do let us know, because obviously we want to do what you guys want to see. But yeah, I think that is all the news for Gothic.
Yes.
I'm planning my Orc fleet at the moment.
Oh yes.
I've got boats planned-ish. I'm making plans.
And once you do get them printed, they won't take very long to paint at all.
No, it's just, throw paint at them and see what sticks.
Yeah. Primer, probably.
Yeah.
If you use primer, if you don't, it won't.
That's
why
it's
you prime
awkward
them.
because it's in a spray can.
I've been throwing a spray can at your models.
Yeah, which would probably be unconducive to...
Okay. Yes, good. Any comments about how Dan should operate the spray can, leave them in the comments below, please. The more sarcastic, the better. Is that all of our systems? Are you okay?
No!
Oh, sorry, it's draining when I do it.
Yeah, Alex, stop taking us off topic.
Oh,
Come on.
sorry.
I sort of flitted out and flitted back in. I was like, oh no. Yeah, no, I think that is all our hobby updates. Guys, if there is anything you particularly want to see on the channel from our lists, from our armies, or any suggestions, or any, just say hi. Just say hi. Yeah.
Helps the algorithm. And we appreciate the comments, is what I meant to say. But
transparent as you are, all hail to the algorithm. Blessed be the rhythm, the YouTube.
yeah,
You okay
it's
there?
all that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, as Sophie said, let us know what you want to see more of, or less of, I guess. Maybe don't, actually.
Don't make Alex sad.
Yeah. just want to see less of Alex, really.
Oh. Yeah, we can put you outside in the cold.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just banging on the window. Let me into my house.
It's filming from outside. It's still put you to work.
Wide angle shot, just down the guard.
Okay, well, I think that's enough nonsense.
Yes.
So,
Me
in
too.
which case, it's goodbye from me, Sophie.
It's goodbye from me, Alex.
And me down.
So it's goodbye from the barrel!